Ever get that feeling like you're kind of running on autopilot?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Like grabbing your phone first thing in the morning
Yeah.
or just brushing your teeth without even thinking?
It's like we're not even there.
That's habits taking over.
Totally, and it's actually a huge part of our day.
Yeah, some studies say it's like almost 40% of what we do.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that wild?
That's a lot.
It is a lot. So,
Mm.
so what if we could like hack those habits?
Oh, yeah, make them work for us.
Exactly, instead of against us.
Totally.
That's what we're diving into today.
Right.
Looking at this episode from ExplainLab podcast called The Power of Habits.
Yeah, great episode.
They break down this whole idea of the habit loop.
The habit loop.
Have you heard about this thing?
Oh, yeah. It's basically like a 3-step process.
Okay.
You got your cue, the thing that triggers the habit.
Right.
Then the routine, which is like the actual action.
Okay.
And then the reward, the good feeling you get that makes you want to do it again.
So like, my alarm goes off. That's the cue. My routine is like drag myself out of bed and head straight for the coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And the reward is that glorious caffeine jolt.
The fuel.
But can we actually like use this loop to create better habits?
Oh, absolutely. You already do.
I do.
Yeah, think about brushing your teeth.
Okay.
I don't even think about it anymore, right?
It's just automatic.
Exactly. Your brain being efficient.
Okay.
But we can use that same principle for other things like studying or exercising.
So like tricking our brains into building these positive autopilot systems.
Exactly. And the best part is habits don't need willpower or motivation.
Which we all know can be a little iffy sometimes.
Totally. It's like they just happen.
So that's how these small everyday actions can lead to big changes over time.
Exactly.
It's like compounding effect, right?
Precisely the secret sauce to success.
Ooh, secret sauce.
I like it. It's like investing a little bit of money regularly over time, the interest compounds, and boom, you got a nice little nest egg.
Wow.
Same with habits. Say you commit to learning a language for 15 minutes a day. Doesn't sound like much, but over a year, that's 90 hours of practice.
That's a lot.
It is.
Okay, so let's say I'm ready to ditch the snooze button and become a morning workout person.
Okay.
How do I make that happen? Because some people say just dive in.
Well, diving in can work, but starting small is usually more sustainable.
Okay.
It's like less resistance, you know?
Right, less overwhelming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to run a marathon on day one, start with like a 10-minute walk.
Okay, I can do that.
There you go.
What about those positive triggers I heard about on ExplainLab?
Oh, yeah. Positive triggers, they're like little stepping stones to habit formation.
Okay.
Basically, you attach a new habit to an existing one.
Okay.
Like if you want to start meditating, do it right after you brush your teeth.
So the old habit becomes the trigger for the new one. I
Exactly.
like that. And what about rewarding myself? Is that good?
Rewards are key. They reinforce the good feelings of the new habit.
Right.
It doesn't have to be anything crazy, even just a little pat on the back or like watching your favorite show after studying.
Okay, so start small, find positive triggers, reward those wins.
You got it.
But let's be honest, sticking to a new habit can be tough. How do we stay consistent?
The thing is, consistency doesn't equal perfection.
Okay.
There will be days you miss a workout or skip your language practice.
Oh, for sure.
It's about getting back on track quickly and focusing on the overall progress.
Not beating yourself up.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. But what about breaking those bad habits, like my phone addiction?
Breaking a bad habit is kind of like redirecting a highway in your brain.
Ooh, that's a good visual.
The first step is knowing your triggers. Why do you reach for your phone? Is it boredom, stress, or just out of habit?
Probably all the above.
Once you know the trigger, you can address it.
So instead of going cold turkey, we replace the bad habit with something better.
Exactly. If boredom's the trigger, try reading a book or listening to a podcast instead of scrolling.
And making those bad habits harder to access helps too, right?
Absolutely. Create an environment that supports your goals.
Like putting my phone in another room while I'm working.
Yeah.
It's exactly out of sight, out of mind.
I love how practical this all is. So how can our listeners actually apply this to their lives?
Well, imagine you're a student who wants better grades. You could use the habit loop, set a specific time every evening for studying like after dinner.
Okay.
That's your cue. The routine would be reviewing notes or doing assignments for a set time.
Right.
The reward could be something fun, like watching a show guilt-free after a good study session.
I like that. And what about health?
For health, start small. Instead of an hour workout, commit to a 15-minute walk each day.
Easy.
You could even listen to a podcast while you walk.
Oh, there you go.
Multitasking.
What about time management?
Try getting in the habit of planning your day. Take a few minutes every morning or the night before to prioritize tasks and schedule things out.
That sounds good. Less stress.
Exactly.
So for everyone listening out there, think about one habit you have, Maybe one that's really impacting your life. Is it helping you or holding you back? The big thing to remember is you're not stuck with your habits. You have the power to change them. Reshape your life one small action at a time.
I love that even small changes can make a big difference over time.
They really can.
So dive deep into your habits, friends. Discover that habit loop and start building the life you want, one good habit at a time.
You got this.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Catch you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.